Sony's released a new update for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Do we have a little nosy of what it is? Yeah, don't get too excited. It's just an update for their upscaling. Sony have announced upgraded PSSR rolling out to Silent Hill F, Monster Hunter Wilds, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Crimson Desert, and more. I'm not going to read the whole thing. We all know what upscaling is at this point. Even people on consoles, you know what fucking upscaling is at this point. They did this little comparison video. I'm going to full screen it. Make sure it's on 4K. There you go. Let's give a little nosy and see the comparison, shall we? And this is basically just their comparison. It's basically just this. Then they zoom in a second. So, with their new PSSR, what you get is a little less fog. Just a little bit more clearer. And everyone's going crazy about it. Oh, this is the big new thing. No, it's not. They've basically turned their upscaler from performance to balance. That's what they've done. Because there's still issues with it. People are treating upscalers like it's the best thing since sliced bread. The only reason we ever needed upscalers in the first place is because game developers are wanting to make games look so realistic. They're turning games into movies. We never needed it in the first place. We could go back 10 years, have them graphics still, and be happy. I'm sure there'll be people out there, some people that would cry about that, but yeah, when you're looking at these comparisons, the new PSSR, their new slider, basically, because that's all they've done. They've just turned up a fucking slider. You can tell all the PlayStation upscaler's doing, it's putting it from performance to balanced, then it's up in some textures, up in some atmosphere. If you look at PC settings for graphics, it's just up in everything, just a little bit. That's all it's doing. The problem is when it's introducing new upscaling and it's not got new hardware, it's still quite out. The PlayStation Pro is still quite outdated hardware wise. You're not seeing it here in these comparisons. You'll see it when it's actually out there. You're going to start seeing more artifacting. You're going to see a lot more blurriness. There's going to be more issues. That was already a problem with the original PSSR. Sounds like some Russian Soviet thing, that, doesn't it? PSSR. It's not a new thing, this. We are at the stage, yes, as I said, we do need some upscalers now. Consoles definitely need some upscalers. I play mostly on PC, and I use upscalers, but I use Nvidia's upscaler because Nvidia's is the best out there at the moment. That may change in the future, but I always have mine on quality. I don't go any lower than that because things start looking like shit otherwise. You start getting problems, you start getting artifacting. You look in the distance and because it's like flickering, but you don't notice it's flickering as much because it's in the background, but it hurts your eyes after a while. That's why a lot of people, if you notice your eyes get sore after playing like an hour or two, it'll be down to this kind of shit. Best way to always play games is natively, but with the games that are coming out now, frame rate, you can't do it. It's why we have to use upscalers. The PlayStation upscaler is very new. It only came out, wasn't last year, it was a year before, wasn't it? Something like that. Not very old, very new, but it's still learning. Yes, it only has to deal with its own architecture, so it can make improvements quicker. And this is an improvement. But people out there pretending like this is changed console gaming as a whole now. I don't understand it. People are praising this way too much. But then at the same time, I'll give this a second because there's more to the video. I'll let you see the zoomed in bit. Oh, so yeah, as you can see here, there's a little bit less fog. So in the grass, you get a little bit more saturation in the colours. Doesn't look so washed out. That's basically what you're getting. Not really getting anything else more. If you look at the models, like I know there's compression here because this is a YouTube video. I think it's on you. This is a YouTube video that the article's using. So there is compression. So it'll still look better in person. But to show it off, they've had to basically go enhance. And even when you enhance it, the most casual gamers out there that are just playing on their consoles do not give a shit about this. The only people that, to be fair, probably is best for the fucking Sony ponies out there because they're the ones that take screenshot and they do the pixel peeping crap where they like zoom in like 300% and go, look at this, it's amazing. Gaming is not what it used to be, I'll tell you that. But yeah, going away from that, same day, Nvidia announced that we're getting DLSS 5 as well. Bit weird them getting announced same day, isn't it? I think this was literally Sony went, look, we've made things a little less blurry. And Nvidia's come out and just gone, well, hold my beer. Their video is only a 1080p one, so you can't really, I know this looks really fucking blurry, but you can tell the difference just like in the face and stuff. With the new DLSS 5, it looks like it's focusing mainly on lighting. Even though the lamp there, it basically turns it off, the street lamp. But all this means is that you could turn up, when I say turn up the upscaling, I mean turn it up so it's quality rather than like a balanced or a performance. If you turn it so it's not affecting it as much, so it's taking like a 2D image and it's upscaling it to a 4K instead of it taking a 720p image and upscaling it to a 4K. That's basically a difference. With this, it's still going to be a thing. You try go for quality, then you turn down some of the settings until you get it right for you. But if you look at the difference between the upscalers here, it is night and day. Even though that looks very AI, Leon's face looked very AI there. When we get new DLSSs, it takes a while for the games to implement them. So it'll only be in a select few games. But it's the same with the PlayStation 1. That's only in a select game. Their new version is only in a select few to start with, then they'll bring it out to more. But it's like here on Hogwarts Legacy. Do you see what the upscaling is doing basically? It's adding a lot of sharpening. So it's taking the image and adding sharpening to it basically. And that's where you get a lot of artifacting. Because like the wisp from the wand here, I prefer it than that. It looked better before. But that's because it adds sharpening. And it's the same with the face. It looks very AOA sharpened. Then it's like here again. It's making the character just look extra shiny. So so their new version, they're concentrating on lighting. But it looks like they're adding sharpening. But it depends how the game uses it at the same time. If they go for the sharpening version, then that's the version they go for. But you have it here, like Alan Wake 2 featuring the PSSR upscaling and Control featuring the PSSR upscaling. And they're showing it off by just showing stills of basically the shiny surfaces. So you got the wet roads, then you got the shiny indoor surfaces on Control. Guarantee you're still going to need a performance mode. When they're adding more things like ray tracing, which ray tracing is only good in some games, like the new Resident Evil, I've got ray tracing on high on that for me, and it's a beautiful game, but ray tracing tanks your FPS. I don't get why we're chasing all this. Like, have it for select games. We don't need it for everything. And this is why they're having to go down the route of using PSSR. It would have been better if they partnered up with Nvidia if they went down the route of partnering up with Nvidia, if you had all Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo all using it, all coming together, make it all better, it could improve it for everyone. But at the moment, it's very, very much a PC thing. I don't think the consoles are there yet. Not this generation of consoles. I guarantee you're going to see a lot of artifacting on this. There's still going to be problems. But you're going to get the people praising it, bumming it, acting like it's better than this and that and that and this and that, and just being idiots and not realising what it's actually doing. I think if we talk about upscaling when it comes to the next generation of consoles, if the next generation is actually done well for the upcoming generation, there could be better uses for upscaling. But this reminds me of when DLSS started becoming a thing, and you used it very sparingly because it introduced a lot of shit in the games. And that's what this is going to be. But then again, a lot of people on PlayStation and on Xbox and on Switch, they're not going to care about these kind of things at the same time. They care about things looking pretty, but they haven't seen things look properly pretty in games. So they'll settle with what they get. They'll turn it on. A lot of people don't see frames, so they won't see all the drops. A lot of people don't see artifacting. A lot of people don't see the shimmering, like in game when you're playing things in the distance. But you'll notice it because they'll be like, oh, I can only play for an hour because it hurts my eyes, I get headaches, things like that. That's why it's doing it. But is this a big thing for you? Do you care loads about this? Is this a big game changer for console gaming for you? I would love a reason to go back to consoles. I miss playing on consoles. Like, I still have my Switch too, but except from that, I have my PC because it offers me what I need now that consoles don't. But I would love, like, next generation, they completely change that and I go back to them. But if it's little updates like this where they're just going to have a basic upscaler in them, it's not good enough. But is it good enough for you? Will you even be turning it on? Were the games good enough without it? What do you care more about? Graphics or performance? I know I'm a performance person, but I also don't like having eye aids at the same time because it gives you headaches. That's why the Switch 1 was a bit shitty with games. But let me know what kind of gamer you are. Graphics or performance? Do you want them throwing this kind of shit into your games? And because they'll advertise it as it's giving you better performance, but it's not. It's adding more latency to your frames. So yeah, let me know in the comments. And until next time, there's some more videos over there for you. Give us a little tickle on the like and the sub button. You know you want to. And until next time, bye bye.